What's up, everybody? I'm Kelly Osbourne.
Kelly, you look so good.
And I'm Jeff Beacher. And welcome to the Kelly Osbourne and Jeff Beacher Show. Today, we have one of my favorite friends on the planet. And this isn't some Hollywood BS best friendship. This is like a bromance of bromances. It's my brother, Vinny Guadagnino.
Oh, my God. You said it the way they spelled it.
What?
Remember I told you they added some R's in there? It's Guadagnino.
Oh, I thought that was the wrong way.
No, the right way is Guadagnino.
I feel so stupid.
Ethan added some R's.
This is my good friend, and I'm screwing up his last name because you have everything spelled wrong.
Yeah.
I told you I spelled it right. It was
like I'm bright red. I feel so stupid.
It was the other
right
producer.
He's like my best friend. We go way back. I don't know how to say his name.
Wait, guys, we are really good friends.
We are.
Ethan
Usually
spelled
says
his name
though.
wrong on the thing, and then I'm like not the sharpest tool in the shed. And then I read the wrong one, and I got nervous, and I.
It's okay.
Vin, I'd
said it wrong.
never spell your name wrong.
I wish that back in the day I would have just given myself the name Vinny. You know? Because like if you would have just done that, then I would have never had to worry about a last name. But I wanted to say my full name, and now I have to live with this conversation every time I do a show.
All right, Vinny.
Nino.
Nino.
Perfect.
Wait, isn't it Guadagnino?
No, Guadagnino.
Guadagnino.
Dude, you're from New York, bro. You're used to these Italian names. Come on.
I know, but you know I'm Nicaraguan, right?
I did know that, yeah.
Yeah.
But still, you know, you're on the Guineas in New York.
No, I grew up as a Long Island Guido Jew.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious.
I know.
My next door neighbor was a Gambino crime soldier. I lived a couple blocks from the Gottis.
Are you fully Nicaraguan?
So it's a little complicated.
Yeah.
You know, for those of our listeners and our friends that don't know, I was adopted at birth. And it took me many years of being psychologically screwed up to start doing therapy. And then when I started doing therapy, which also helped me get skinny, which we'll get into later, I did 23andMe. And then 23andMe, I found my birth mother. And my birth mother now lives in New York. She's Nicaraguan, but she was from Italy.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but she's Nicaraguan.
Yeah. Now, what race was your father?
So the dad we haven't found yet.
Oh, shit.
And it's a little controversy. She'll never hear this, so I'm just gonna say it. But the dad is Nicaraguan, and it said the family in Nicaragua is called the Sandinos.
Okay.
And the Sandistas is like the government. It's like the Republicans and Democrats. Like they're the government, the Sandistas. So my family is the Sandinos. We just don't know which one.
Okay.
Daddy is the Sandino. And
Sandino.
I think it's great-grandpa or great-great-grandpa led the Nicaraguan Revolution.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so it's some whole deep thing. And I don't look Nicaraguan, which is
You look white as fuck.
Yeah.
You look Irish and just like a Guido Jew from Long Island.
Look, and I want to when I want to go big. Like I want to go there, like with the camera crews, and like go meet like the government, and like
Wow,
so I'm really
that's
excited
awesome
about
though. I know that you got in touch with your birth mom and stuff, and that's awesome. That must have felt crazy.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, well, the first time I went, she wouldn't even let me in the house. It was crazy. I did show up with the camera crew.
You did?
It was Tribeca Film Festival, and my buddy's a documentarian, so I'm like, yo, come with me. I got my mom's address. Like, let's go.
Oh, shit.
And we went there, and I'm like, hey, it's your son. I met you. I was born on March 25th.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, I don't have a son. And she kept saying into the phone, and the doorman, the whole room was like on pause. Like, it was like frozen. It was crazy. It was like everyone in this hallway, lobby, or whatever, was frozen, like waiting for an answer.
Because this is the real first time you're meeting your mom.
Yeah. And my friend has the whole thing in camera. And I'm like, listen, I know this must be weird. You probably have a lot of questions, I have a lot of answers. I have a lot of questions. Like, I would love to meet you. Let me up.
Yeah.
What do you say? And I was like, and it was just pause, and the whole room was like waiting for an answer, and she hung up the phone, and it was like, oh, and then like everyone was like, oh, like the whole room,
because they thought it wasn't going to happen,
but it didn't at that time.
Oh, wow.
So then we retreated, and then I left my number. I'm like, here, just tell her to Google me, and here's my phone number, and just tell her to give me a call, and she called like a week later.
Is this like on video somewhere?
Yeah.
You got to show me this. I got to see this shit.
Yeah.
It's part of the Beacher documentary that's coming out one day.
It's a crazy story. And then there was like, it's me. I can't tell that, but like her brother contacted me first, and like was like, you have a mom. It was crazy. The whole thing was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy. Yeah. No, I'm from Staten Island, full family. I'm a mama's boy through and through. So
you still have your house in Staten Island, right?
Yeah, I still live out there. I moved out here, but like my family's over there. They don't travel anywhere. They all live in the same neighborhood as each other.
I love your house down on the pool. It's so dope.
It's East Coast, right? It's
Yeah.
like it feels like home. There's nothing like it. Out here is different, obviously, but
Vinny just got a new house in the hills. It's epic.
Beacher loves my house.
I love it. It's literally my favorite house.
I need you to like walk around and be like my cheerleader for
I
my
am.
house.
I tell everyone. I don't stop telling
I
everyone.
fucking love this. Well, when you're going through it yourself and like you've shopped for houses and you know real estate, you know what's nice and what's not.
It's your house is perfect size, perfect everything. The pool, perfect view, perfect amount of land. Like, you're a lucky guy, Vinny. You're a lucky guy.
Thank you. I never thought it was a dream of mine to move out here. And during COVID, actually, I honestly thought that in the beginning of COVID, I thought that we were all gonna die. Like I thought that we were gonna like go outside and catch COVID. So I started.
Vinny also, like me, has a very bad case of OCD.
Yeah, I do. So
our fans know how crazy I
yeah,
got
we definitely
with
gotta
the
talk about the
hazmat
mental
suits.
health thing.
Yeah.
I'm not the hazmat suit.
I went hazmat.
I know
suit.
you went in hazmat suit. Mine was more of just like a general sense of like live your life. We don't know what tomorrow's going to bring type of thing. And that's what made me, say, if not now, then when? And that's what made me decide to get the house. And it's it's not easy, it's like, holy shit, I got to figure this stuff out. But I did it, and I'm taking it day by day.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but it's fun though. I like it out here.
Who needs a change of scenery right now, Jeffrey?
Cal, I think everyone in the world needs a little change of scenery right now.
It's so good that Apartments.com has the most listings anywhere. We're not just talking about apartments, but houses, townhouses, condos, and all manner of dimensions that you can live in and all ways to stay cozy.
No, they have everything. I mean, like the little tiny ones to like the huge mansions, like, they have everything on there. And, with their virtual 3D tours, you can literally go anywhere in the world. And
I have friends that use those tours and never even stepped foot into their apartments until move-in day, and the apartments ended up being better than they even thought.
I used the tour to look at Florida, to look at the buildings I wanted to look at. It's really an amazing site, Apartments.com.
So if you're looking for an apartment, go to Apartments.com, the most popular place to find a place.
I love when you're out here. It's my favorite times.
Well, having you out here too, so me and Jeff go way back, and I have friends out here that I actually chill with. Remember my birthday dinner?
That was fun.
I kept giving this speech that everybody made fun of me about, but I had a birthday dinner, and I kept making a speech that I was like, my friends in this room right now, I've known them for over a decade. This isn't like I just moved to LA and I met these people last week at Equinox and now they're at my birthday dinner. I'm like, I fucking go way back with these people, and it meant a lot. Like everyone, actually that was the first dinner I've ever had where people like came there for me. Like I've been to other birthday dinners, I've never had like my own. Isn't that crazy?
I literally the same. Like
really?
Yeah, it was the same.
And I came to your birthday dinner too.
I did it every year. I never do anything for my birthday except for this year because I was so bored. I was like, let me just have like my best friends over and like we'll chill. And
it feels good.
Yeah,
it feels good. And it's something I didn't actually have on the East Coast. I have that more on the West Coast. Like people that show up for you, take time out of their day and celebrate you. It felt pretty amazing. So. And Beacher, by the way, set up the whole fucking thing. And I thought it was going to be like little finger foods in my living room. Next thing you know, there was like fucking ice sculptures and sushi chefs
yeah, that was a
and
fun
cakes
party.
And fucking photographers. I'm like, bro, what's going on? He's like, whatever, it's fine. Just roll with it.
Hidden paparazzi in the bush.
Yeah, hidden paparazzi, party planners. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I'm like, whatever, fuck
bro,
it.
we don't go big. We don't go big. We go massive.
Massive,
That's what
bro.
we do.
Madhouse.
Madhouse style, which is where we met. Let's tell everyone about that.
Yes.
So me and Vinny met, it must have been at this point 10, 12 years ago, right?
Yeah. Yeah, about 12 years ago at the
Madhouse.
Madhouse.
We met at the one here, the one at the Roosevelt.
Yeah.
So I had a theater at the Roosevelt Hotel, which everyone knows. Mm-hmm. Very famous theater with the flying little people that flew around the room and dropped off bottles at your table, which is where Donnie became famous.
Yep.
And that's where I met Vinny, and Vinny introduced me to the cast from a show. Which right now, how many shows do you have on TV right now? Like 3, right?
Right now, it's about 3. Yeah.
Jesus,
Jersey.
man. You are one blessed Guido from Long Island.
Staten Island.
Staten Island.
Staten Island.
Well, first of all, explain. Staten Island and Long Island is the same thing.
It is. Well,
But
Long
Staten
Island's
Island
a
people
lot
really
bigger.
are very aggro when you say they're from Long Island.
Yeah, exactly. Long Island's really big. Like one little portion of Long Island would equate to all of Staten Island. You know, but it's the same kind of accent, same people and shit. You know, it's like almost New York, but it's like right outside the city type of thing.
So you have the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, we had Jersey Shore Family Vacation, which is like the new Wonder Years of the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, but what? They're so awesome.
That came back.
It's
Thank
hysterical.
you. Lot different now. Now people are going through like real life problems, you know, like going to jail. Mike literally served 8 months in prison.
It's so horrible. I didn't mean to laugh. It's
No. He laughs at it too. He's 5 years sober, by the way, so he's like a different person. You know, who's getting divorced, who's getting married. You know, back in the day, we were just like a bunch of kids in the house, you know, partying. Now it's like more of like a docu-series of our real lives and stuff, and it's great. And you know, we're going on our like right now the 4th season of that is airing, so of the
That's
new
awesome.
one. So it's definitely a thing. So I do that one. I do my dating shows because I'm just always single. I'm like perpetually a bachelor.
Yeah, you got a problem with that.
I don't think so. I think I actually figured it out. I think everyone else might have a problem.
Okay, I'm not. I don't judge you. You know, I love you. I'm your
Yeah,
biggest fan.
of course.
I said that kind of jokingly,
I
but
know.
but you love
Being single.
and dating.
I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know any other. By the way, like I just filmed another one, so you know, it's a wait and see what happens with the new Double Shot at Love. But there's nothing wrong with being single. I don't think. You know, very independent. I know what I want. I know what I like. And I'm also like a hustler too, so it's hard for someone to keep up with that shit. You know, like if you are just sitting around and I'm fucking getting up and hiking every day, working out every day, looking to make different kinds of income every day, like, and you're just on the couch, like, I'm gonna lose you. You know what I'm saying? So that's honestly why I've been single a lot. You know, I need that fucking hustler who's just like me.
Yeah, no, it's hard. My girl's cool. She works hard.
Does she work hard?
But putting up with me is a lot, as you know. Just being friends with me is a lot.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
I feel bad. So I'm constantly working on being a better boyfriend. And,
Yeah, it
and,
takes
and a
work.
better friend to everyone.
It takes work. And you know what? A lot of times, like, I call them, people have been in situationships where you kind of like the person, you're dating them, but it might not, you might not feel it's the one, you know what I mean? But when you feel that like you found someone that's like really worth it, it's work. And you just got to put in work every single day.
It's just like any business partnership or any friendship. Like, nothing's perfect. You got to put in work.
Yeah.
And you got to try. And it's,
But like sometimes if you're in like a bullshit little relationship, you're like, I don't want to put in work for this. I don't really like this person that much, you know? Like they're not the one. They're
Yeah.
cool, but like I'm not going to, you know, have an
insert most of your life.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what it's been, you know? So we'll see. But, you know, I'm 33 too. A lot of people, I started my shows when I was 21. I was really young. So now is the time, I think, where you start to, I think they say like when you're in your 30s, like that's where like your physical and your mind like start to match up. Because when you're 21.
I was always a decade behind on everything.
Yeah. Wait, when you were in your 30s, were you big?
Oh, yes. 35, I had a full mental breakdown.
Yeah.
35, I cried every day for 6 months.
So were you big though?
Yeah,
Were
I was
you
350 then.
okay?
I didn't hit the peak. The peak was 2014. That was 440. But yeah, 35 was, and then I'll never forget when I was like 29. The president of the Hard Rocks guy, Kevin, he sat me down. He loved me. I was the face of the hotel back then in Vegas. It was like the glory days in Vegas, and he was like, "Listen, kid," he's like, "When you hit 35, he goes, it all falls apart." I go, "What do you mean?" He's like, you start getting hair in your ears, and like he's like you'll start losing it. He's like, you'll have a mental breakdown most likely. Like, he told me everything that was gonna happen. It was like he fucking jinxed me.
Yeah.
And then like I had a full on mental breakdown.
Knowing what you know now, though, would you
Have changed anything?
take that back? No, not change anything. But would you have believed that? Because I think that in your look at you now. I don't know if you say your age on this, but you know, you can be healthy at any age, really. I mean, of course, you're going to be slower than you were when you were in your 20s, but
I really
think about 35.
I wouldn't. How's this? I wouldn't change. I really wouldn't change pretty much anything I've done in my life.
Yeah.
Because now I'm like super healthy, and now I get to get like ripped and shredded. That's like my next goal, to get on the cover of Men's Magazine. Like that's like my main goal this year, get ripped.
Yeah.
I just had the leg surgery. So like it's going to be a great story of like how I was so morbidly obese for 15 years, and then now I'm ripped and shredded and like on the cover of a Men's Magazine, and like that to me is like
it's a comeback.
And then I get that, not just a comeback, but then I get that to motivate and help like tens of millions of people. Like that's my goal now. So it wouldn't happen if I wasn't so out of shape.
No, I don't mean would you have changed it. I mean like, because he said at 35, that's when you start to get old. But the way life is now, where you can live a healthy lifestyle, you look probably better than you do. How old are you? Can you say it?
I don't care. 48.
At 48, you probably look better than you did at 35, right?
Yeah.
So that guy it was bullshit what he was saying. 35, your life starts to go to shit. No way.
I don't know. I also like reverse age. I'm like blessed. Because I was so.
But you got healthy.
I looked 80 when I was like 36.
You got healthy.
My body's like, thank you. We're gonna gift you with like looking 10 years, 15 years younger.
Exactly. You got healthy. Same thing happened to me if you saw pictures of me when I was 26, like, you know, during those were my fat years. I looked like
fat for you is what, like 6-7 pounds.
You know, I had like a little roll. No, I was around like 200 pounds, 20-something% body fat.
What are you, 160?
Right now? Yeah, I'm around 160. Yeah. But I'm also like 5'8", 5'9". So like 25% body fat, 5'8".
You were chubby.
I was chubby.
Yeah.
But you know, now I'm reverse aging because I feel like I just figured out how to do it. You know what I mean? Like how to be healthy, and it takes sacrifice, obviously. But yeah, when I was in my 20s, I looked like a piece of shit. I was traveling around. I was drinking every weekend. I was eating fried chicken cutlets and sugars and carbs every single day. And you know, I learned how to. Well, we can talk about my story with health, but I learned how to get it under control, and now there's no stopping me now when it comes to that.
Imagine if all of the cleaning products in your home were all natural. Grove Collaborative is an online marketplace that delivers natural home beauty and personal care products directly to your door.
Kelly, you know, they make it as easy as possible for people to make the switch to natural products.
Which is so important.
I know. And they carry all those brands that I love that I get at all my holistic supermarkets like Mrs. Meyer's. They also have their own like best-selling in-house products called Grove Made products, like seedling tree-free paper towels, the Grove laundry detergent dispensers.
It
very
cuts
green.
80% of the waste, which I think is so important. Making the switch to natural products has never been easier. For a limited time, when our listeners go to grove.co/Kelly, you will get to choose a free gift with your first order of $30 or more. But you have to use our special code. Go to grove.co/Kelly. Get your exclusive offer. That's grove.co/Kelly.
No, you're always motivational. Like when you wrote your book about, you want to tell everyone what it's about?
Which one? So I had
the first one.
Oh, the self-help book.
Yeah.
Yeah, the self-help book was Control the Crazy, which was about, at the time when I wrote the book, I was going through really bad anxiety.
What year was it?
2013.
Yeah, because do you remember that was right? I had my 2014 mental breakdown. I remember calling you. Yeah, I called you and I was like, "Dude, tell me about this. Tell me about that."
Yeah, because it was funny. I think we linked up like in a party environment, but then behind the scenes, we'd always be like, "Oh shit, like you struggle with this stuff too," you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, no. What that was back then of just suffering from. I'm prone to anxiety from both nature and nurture. And I pulled myself out of some really dark places through like reading books and learning different things. And at the time, I just wrote like a friendly version of like easily digestible and understandable version of like a self-help book for like a younger generation. And looking back to it now, like I would have changed a lot of things, but that's just where I was back then.
It was great. It really helped me. I remember.
Did it? Oh,
I remember
nice.
talking to you about it and then reading it, and I was like, man, this is awesome.
Yeah, I wish it would have like blew up more. You know what I mean? Just because it could help a lot of people. But you know how it is, bro. With your weight loss thing too.
Maybe we'll sell a couple. Tell everyone that the
Maybe
title of the book.
it'll have a revamp. Like whenever
Just
I
from
talk
this podcast.
Yo, whenever I talk about this book, I'm like, guys, I'm not selling the book. By the way, I'm like, that was like
No, the book helped me
Years ago.
Literally,
Yeah.
I'll never forget when I called you because
Yeah.
I was like, Vinny's goes through this too, and
Yeah.
like this, like the OCD and the anxiety and the whole shit that I was going through.
Bro, all it is sometimes is knowing that someone else is there with you, so you don't feel like alone. You know what
Right.
I mean? You don't feel because while you're going through these things, you feel like you're going crazy, and you feel like no one can relate to you, and you feel sick. You feel, you know.
I mean, what I did to hide all my feelings was I just created the Beacher's Madhouse and then like just never stopped. So I had I had crazy around me 24/7, and it was just the craziest shit all the time, and that just kept me like
I didn't know that.
not in my brain. Yeah.
I didn't know that also correlated to the food too.
Oh yeah.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
the food thing is also kind of funny because like I didn't realize food was a drug, and
Yeah.
I'd always be like, I don't do drug. My claim to fame was I don't do coke.
Right.
But everyone's like, yeah, but you're 400 pounds and you eat like 2 pizza pies and like,
Yeah.
you know, 5 buckets of French fries. I'm like, yeah, but I don't do blow, so I'm fine.
Yeah,
And
I'm healthy.
And I drank 20 vodka Red Bulls.
Yeah.
And like I was living in hotels, and like those are the crazy times for
Yeah.
me. You know, like when like, and then like all these characters and incredibly interesting people, from like Donnie, who's like one of the greatest little people impersonators of all time, to like Amazon Ashley, who like I'll never forget the day she came into my life. So if you guys should Google Amazon Ashley, and if you don't know who she is, she toured with Miley. That was when tell everyone the time when you brought the whole cast on stage and we had all the little people.
Yeah, you used to do like a mini Jersey Shore show, which you had like a mini, I don't know, a mini Guido or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was already.
He was from San Diego. I love that guy. Anthony was his name.
Yeah, I didn't know, but I used to go and you were like, yo, do you think the guys would come on stage and fucking and do something? And at the time, like, you know, Paulie was doing fucking DJ gigs. Like, we're at the peak of Jersey Shore fame.
I remember, yeah.
God knows how much money, $100,000. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But I'm like trying to explain to them. I'm like, no, this isn't money. Like, this is just like, it's a cool spot. It's just fun, you know? Because sometimes I feel like when you're a celebrity, you forget to just have fun. You know what I mean?
Right.
And also, like, you know, like fucking Chris Brown used to like jump on stage and do.
Post Malone. Someone reminded me the other day that like you have a video of Post Malone performing. I was
Are
like,
you serious?
and I kind of remember, and I was like, I didn't like musical
What was
performances.
he, fucking 7?
I don't know what he was, but we have the video like in our
Really?
on our hard drive.
Oh, that's
yeah.
crazy.
I gotta like pull it up. I was like, oh, I totally remember that. I was like, that was crazy.
But I used to, so I told the guys, and we went in there, and during one of your little mini fist pump Guido show, like the cast, I brought the guys out there, and we jumped on stage, and we were like, you had like the real cast of, do you know how crazy that is? Like
I know.
all of the cast together, or the guys together, to be on stage doing something at the same time, but it only worked in Beecher's Madhouse.
It was
like,
amazing.
if that happened anywhere else, like it would be a fucking huge event kind of thing, you know? But it was just low key, chill. But
yeah,
it
was a small room. For those who
intimate.
didn't know, yeah, it was a 200-person room. Well, legally 150, but we usually stick like 300 in there.
Yeah.
And then that night, Miley was there. I remember.
Demi Lovato was there.
Yeah, that was.
But
a
anyway,
crazy
so yeah,
night.
Amazon Ashley.
I just saw Miley at SNL.
Yes.
I went there with.
I thought, yeah,
with
yeah.
Elon
Yeah, I
and the
saw
whole
her.
crew. That was a fun night, just to get out in New York.
Yeah.
New York's like on fire again.
Is it?
Ooh.
I haven't been there. I haven't been out in the city.
Yeah.
I'm going there this Friday though. But anyway, so Amazon Ashley is. By the way, Amazon Ashley used to. How tall is she?
She's 6'7", 7'2" with heels,
7'2".
and she toured with Miley.
Yeah.
She
she met you.
After she met me, Miley loved her, and Miley would always like take pictures with her. And like I didn't even know what to do with her. She came in the show. A friend of mine brought her in, and I'm looking at her like, and everyone's surrounding around. This is before like Instagram craziness.
Yeah.
And they're taking pictures with her because she's such a phenomenon.
Right.
Like her butt is like 4 feet wide.
Yeah.
Like In Touch once did a spread on her, literally a spread. They put an ass cheek on each page.
Yeah.
Like it was.
Because that's how much. Yeah.
That's
she used to ask for a picture with me every single time. I've never felt more loved. Because actually, also back then, like I was insecure.
She was obsessed with you.
I'm like a reality star, and you have like DiCaprio and like the biggest names ever going in there. But Amazon Ashley,
to this day, I think she still always posts about you too.
Always. I just saw it recently too. I'm like,
she's
what
obsessed.
the fuck is going on? That's great. I remember just being at the VMAs and seeing Amazon Ashley during Miley's performance, and I was like, holy shit! I'm like, this is Beecher's Madhouse now at the VMAs. You know, like you inspired Miley, I think, to do that.
Yeah, it was cool.
To create a whole fucking show out of it.
I know. There was a lot that was inspired, you know, LGBTQ, equality. You know, our whole cast was diverse. You want to talk about diversity.
So diverse.
We had everything. Short, tall, big, old, young. I mean, were you there that Kid Rock? DJ. Kid Rock jumped on stage with him, DJ?
No.
Yeah, he was DJing Kid Rock. Like Pharrell was there. Like every night it was crazy there like that. Every night. It was so much fun.
I mean, you could speak more on this than that, but it is a shame. That I understand what you're saying. I feel like the reason why that was so amazing was because it sounds like you were fueling, like you were using it as an escape or something for like mental health issues and stuff. And I know that you become all
the way you just said that made me sound like such a psychopath.
You are.
I am crazy.
So, but that's what made it so great. And it's like I always talk about. I'm like, bro, can we do it again? Like, can we, you know, like somehow. But I get it. If that's like kind of unhealthy, making it like that, then you can't do it, right? You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't be healthy for you to do it.
With all my projects, my number one mission is always just striving to be myself. And when you visit European Wax Center, you get the best of the best. European Wax Center certified wax specialists are expertly trained in preparing, protecting, and pampering your skin. Bikini waxing is their particular specialty. They do over 7.5 million bikinis a year. Jeffrey, are you going to be getting a bikini wax this summer?
I mean, now that I have my new body, I probably should be, Kelly.
Can I give you a bikini wax this summer?
I'd love that.
The secret to their signature comfort wax, and they say comfort wax because it really is a comfort wax. It's a proprietary blend of beeswax sourced from Europe and other skin-soothing ingredients that allow for easy hair removal for a less painful experience. And let me tell you, it is so much less painful. European Wax Center is so confident you'll love their services. They're offering all first-time guests their first wax free. How sick is that?
That's exciting.
Visit waxcenter.com and book your reservation today. Your first wax is free.
You better hold my hand. This is scary, but
I'm doing it. I can't hold your hand. Visit waxcenter.com and book your reservation today.
I've done a couple a year since I stopped doing the shows at the end of 2015.
Yeah.
So each year I do like 1 or 2 or 3.
But not all consuming of your life.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. It's crazy. I did
selfishly we all want go crazy again, be 500 pounds again for us, dude.
I'll do like 2 or 3 a year. Like I did one in December of last year in Florida, because it's the only place you can do any party. And that was pretty crazy. My friend's wife's birthday, we rented out the Versace mansion, we flew the whole cast down.
Right.
It was crazy.
But it was also something special about being here, because this is where all like just celebrities live and shit, and you never know who was gonna like pop up on stage and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
But Vegas is fun too. I never went to the Vegas one, but as you know, I'm a Vegas. I was a Vegas stripper for a little while.
Dude, I danced. So Vinny dances once it's open. I'm sure you'll do it again in Chippendales.
I actually just saw Paulie sent me a news article that I think it's shutting down.
No.
I think it's done.
No,
I could be wrong. Like literally, he sent me the video of the Las Vegas local news saying that the iconic theater was going to be no more.
Oh my God, that would be horrible.
I know.
I danced in it in 2003.
Yeah.
Me and I think Weemat. Yeah, me and Weemat.
They brought you out for like a
bring it around, twirl, twirl, twirl.
Yeah.
I know the whole dance. I could do it right now. Yeah. I practiced for like 2 weeks for it.
Yeah. We were talking about that too, about how much of a rush that is, like being on stage and shit. And that's a drug itself. That's a drug in itself. When you headline a Vegas show, like everybody comes to Vegas from all over the world. You know
rage.
What I mean? To rage.
Like you're going to Vegas. I was taught that. So like a couple times earlier in my career, like I wasn't happy with the shows, right?
Yeah.
Like this one, I'll never forget this one show. And my mentor passed away, this guy, Jeff Pollack. I was like, Jeff, the show wasn't good. I can't believe I didn't do a good show. It was like my 5th or 6th show in Vegas, and it was sold out, 3,000 people, and it was a sick show. And he's like, come on, master. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, just tell everyone it was great. Just put it on the press.
Right.
They say it was great.
Doesn't matter, yeah.
So I literally did that. We put it on the press. Like, I had all these articles written how it was the sickest show ever, sold out. And everyone was like, dude, I was at the show. It was so great, because they're programmed to think it was great.
You can't have a bad time.
Yeah.
You can't have a fucking bad time.
So I learned that, and I was like, wow. And then he's like, over time, your brand is going to become synonymous with fun. So people, when they hang out with you, they're going to think it was fun, even if it wasn't. If they go to a party that's your name, they're going to think it was fun if it wasn't, because they go in being like, I'm going to a Beacher party. I'm going to have fun.
Right. But you're like a perfectionist, so you were probably like, that sucked. I don't want to say it was fun.
Yeah.
But you got to like lie.
Well, that's why now, like I was throwing parties. Were you ever at the house I had on Tower? Like,
no.
It was like 16, 17, 18, a couple of years. So it was a great house. It was like this gated little compound house. It was like right off Benedict. And I threw like maybe 3 or 4 parties there a year. And they were insane. And me and my buddy Cade, you met Cade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd throw them, and like Cade would be like, dude, come down. And I would like stay upstairs because I'm so crazy.
You're like, it's not good enough.
He's like, you're not the great. He's like, you're not the great Gatsby. And I'm like, dude, I'll come down a little bit. And I would like sit upstairs being like, it's almost there. It's not there.
It's
like, I was
not there.
crazy.
Wow.
I'm crazy when it comes to parties. That's why I can't throw parties, because I get nuts. Vinny. But anyway, so the Chippendales, you loved that run. That was a good run.
No, I loved it. Like I said, I love having a Vegas show. I'm going to miss it. Like, if I don't do it again, I hope it comes back. If it doesn't, I need to find a way to get out there and just continue to be on stage, and in Vegas especially. Because like I said, it's like everyone comes in to have a good time.
I mean, look, there are other male strip shows. We can get you. My other buddy owns Thunder Down Under. I'm sure they'll love that.
It was different. Like, Chippendales was,
Oh, wait, you're not Australian. You have to be Australian for Thunder Down Under.
You do. Yeah. But also, Chippendales was more, it wasn't a strip club. It was more like an entertainment play. Like the little, the costumes, the dances. The stripping was like a little aspect of it, but like it was more of a comedy show, to be honest with you.
I know.
Very interactive.
I literally did it.
Yeah.
I got to find these photos, and hopefully they inserted me, because they're so funny. I was 400 pounds.
Yeah, you couldn't do that at fucking Thunder Down Under.
No.
They're not funny like that. They don't get the comedy. They take it seriously. They want just dick and dick. You know what I'm saying? That's their new slogan, dick.
Is it really?
No, I just made that up.
Oh, okay.
It should be, though.
Where were you living in Vegas? In the hotel?
At the Palms Place.
The Palms? That's awesome.
The Palms Place, dude. And the Palms.
I lived at the Palms for a couple months. I lived at the Hard Rock for 5 years.
Yeah.
Then I moved to the Palms. I almost did a deal there. Then I moved to the Mirage for a year. I lived in the penthouse of the Mirage. That was crazy.
You want to laugh?
What?
You were the first fucking person that I went to a day party with in Vegas.
Which one?
We went out there for the Mayweather fight.
Right.
And you brought out Rotman and Joe Jonas.
Right.
I was there. Remember that? You were fucking fat.
I was fat. And wasn't it like Cinco de Mayo, and I wore the Mexican jacket that time?
Yes. You had the glittery jacket on.
We got to find that picture
at those
too.
like mansions and shit. But I met you out at like I think it was like we went to Tal or went to Bear or something. But I'd never been to like a Vegas day party because I just didn't. I was doing all appearances.
That was
night.
A great trip. That
great
was
weekend.
That was a great trip, man.
Great weekend.
That was so much fun.
And you got us those tickets, I think.
Yeah.
On the floor and shit.
It was a combo because my buddy was president of MGM, obviously. Scott Sabella, who's now opening Resort World, which you got to come to that June 24th.
Okay, 100%.
That's gonna be sick.
Are you going?
It's gonna be sick. Like they have like it's gonna be the sickest party.
Yeah.
Sickest opening in Vegas history.
Okay.
So that's June 24th. Then, but he was the president. Now he's the president of Resort World. He was the president of MGM, and my buddy Steven Espinoza, who runs Showtime Sports.
Yep.
So they would give us tickets for celebrities all the time,
Yeah.
and like, that was one of those nights. That was fucking.
And that
amazing.
was the only like Mayweather fight I ever been to.
I've been to I don't miss a fight.
Yeah, well,
I'm gonna go to the Jake Paul.
Are you going to that
in
shit?
Florida? Yeah.
Oh, you're crazy.
No, I'm not. I love fights, bro.
Yeah, no,
It's
me
like-
too. Me too. And I buy them too, like an idiot. Even though they're like last for 5 seconds, I still buy them. But do you think? Wait, what do you think about that fight?
It's a joke, but like, who cares?
I know.
Like, I just want to go, and I'm so excited to do something. And it's the crypto convention's right before it in Florida, so I'm going to that for a couple of days, and then boom, going right over there.
Yeah, that's dope. Well, maybe I'll stop by. Paulie, my boy Paulie, just did his first show in Miami. Like his first DJ since
It
COVID.
was one of Grutman's spots, wasn't he?
At the Good Time.
The Good Time.
Yeah, the Good
I went
Time
to the
Hotel.
opening of that.
Yeah.
That was a sick opening. It was like first of all, it was a sick opening, let alone the first event that celebrities went to like during like ending of
publicly and
Corona.
shit.
It was
Yeah.
like the Beckhams, Kim K.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I was like, damn, Pharrell.
COVID is not in Florida.
COVID
It does not exist.
No, but just the U.S. has done a great job of just rolling out
I
the
don't know.
vaccines.
I don't know.
They have, I think.
I don't know, I guess. I have no fucking idea. I'm not taking a position on that.
That's okay. Don't take a position. I'm happy with the U.S. The U.S. is months ahead to think of everybody.
Yeah.
And, you know, the U.S. is opening up. People are getting happy.
LA is
again.
definitely a little bit more lax now
Look,
than it was.
I still got yelled at by some like Gen Z wired little douchey kid in the gas station
Yeah.
because I was 5 feet behind him and not 6 feet. Like, I'm like, come on,
Ooh.
kid.
Yeah.
Really? It's like some 23-year-old turns around. It's like, excuse me, sir. He's like, can you please step 6 feet back? I'm like,
That's happened to me.
Sure, dude.
Yeah.
No problem.
That's how LA is. That's only happened to me in
It's
LA.
only in LA.
Only
Only
in
in
LA.
LA.
Yeah.
It's not in New York. It's not in Florida. It's only in LA.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be jogging on my street, 40 feet away from someone, and some lady will be yelling at me to put on a mask.
Really?
I'm
Oh,
like,
shit.
I'm outside jogging, lady. I'm on the right side. You're on the left.
Yeah.
Like, we're cool. I go, no problem, miss. I go, sorry. Like, I've been vaccinated.
And I'm the asshole moving here, buying houses here.
The Kelly Osbourne and Jeff Beacher Show is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. I thought it'd be a great time to remind everyone listening. Throughout June, our show is proud to join the cause of destigmatizing therapy.
By now, you've heard Kelly and I talk about our struggles with weight loss and our mental health issues. You know, we're in our therapy sessions all the time. And if you find yourself struggling with relationships or having difficulty sleeping or difficulty meeting your goals, if you're feeling anxious or stressed like we all do, BetterHelp counselors can listen and they can help. Trust me.
They really can. BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional in under 48 hours.
The best part about BetterHelp is that the service is available everywhere to clients worldwide, and they make it easy. You can log into your account anytime, send a message to your counselor whenever you need them. Plus, it's so much more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and financially, it is available for the people that can afford it.
That's one of my favorite parts about this app, Jeff. It doesn't exclude anyone, and they will help you get the therapy that you need. If you're listening and you need help right now, try BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month of online therapy at betterhelp.com/Osbourne. That's betterhelp.com/OSBOURNE.
Now, I really do love the lifestyle of LA, though, because, again, like, just as I got older and started to be healthier and shit, like, I want to wake up in the sunlight every day. I want to go hiking every day and shit. Oh, we were going to talk about the Peloton, right?
We will. But yeah, you just bought a house in LA. I just bought a house in Vegas.
Oh, yeah. Vegas is cool. Paulie lives in Vegas.
I know. I literally bought across from Larry Rudolph.
Oh,
like
yeah,
like
Larry.
literally like across from Larry
Larry's
and Jen.
out there, yeah.
I know. I'm very excited.
Yeah. It's nice to get out. Like, it feels so much different when you're
Well,
out in
plus,
Vegas.
I'm like one of the kings of not to be a
Yeah,
cocky
yeah.
douche, but I'm one of the kings of Vegas. One of the faces that like made it what it is today. So it's
Yeah.
like, you know.
yeah, it feels like home.
Yeah. You know what you should do? You should do a Kelly. I'll pretend I'm Kelly. I'll be like,
What does she do?
okay, Vinny. Oh, how do I do the accent? Like,
You know better than
how,
me.
how do I do an English accent? Come on, you're an actor.
Hello, I'm Kelly Osbourne.
Okay. Hey, Vinny, I'm Kelly Osbourne. Is that a good one?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, I like to do a game where I do how big of a douche is Jeff on 1 to 10? What do you think?
If Kelly was asking me this, I'd say a 10. But if it was really me, you're not a douche. You're like
Thank you,
you're like a
Vinny.
3. You're like a 3.
That's what I say, and I'm 70-80% douche, 20-30% holistic. No, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I said that wrong. Because Kelly keeps saying it. It's 70-80% holistic, 20-30% douche.
There you go.
Because you
You
gotta
gotta be a little bit of a douche.
You gotta be a little bit of
yeah.
a douche.
I'm real. That's the thing too. People think I'm like a douche, but I'm like, yo, like I can't be fake.
I don't think you're a douche.
I
at
have
all.
trouble being fake.
You're one of the most genuine,
Thank
nice
you.
human beings I've ever. That's why we're such good friends. Like,
Yeah, but if I gotta tell you something, like I can't, like you know, like when you have to go out to a meeting and smile and do all that shit with people, like I have trouble doing that.
Yeah, you don't like that.
No, I like to just be myself.
But
like, straight face.
but as a friend, like calling you for advice,
Yeah.
getting your opinion on,
of course,
like
dude.
you're a 100 on a 1 to 10.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
No problem, buddy.
Yeah. Now, you don't do the shows anymore.
No. So
You don't do the Madhouse anymore.
I,
Every time I've come out here, I'm like, Jeff, what the fuck are you doing? There's always some new crazy gig, and then you're just getting rich and just getting richer.
No,
and I'm just like, what the fuck do you do?
I live in a very small home on a nice street, and you know, I'm very modest. I like my cars.
Yeah,
everyone knows that, but that's about it. You know, I just I got very lucky after when I was losing. Like I knew I had to lose. I was 440 pounds. I had to quit the show. I quit Vegas, and I started getting healthy. And I just needed something to do to keep me busy. Mm-hmm. So I consulted for Airbnb. You know, I ran the celebrity relations. I did a bunch of different tech unicorn deals, and they all did really well.
Good for you.
Thanks.
And now you're doing the crypto shit.
And now I'm into crypto very much. So
you got to teach me, bro. I downloaded the fucking app.
I prop tonight at Craig's.
Come on, can you teach me?
On our friendship tonight at Craig's.
Okay.
I will literally dial you up on the Gemini app at Craig's.
Okay.
Boom.
Because I have friends that being like, oh look, I put in $1,000 last night, and then they wake up the next day and it's fucking 15 grand.
But those are like, I don't do that kind of shit. I do like real stuff, like real crypto. I mean, there is that stuff.
But I want to make 14 grand in a night.
Yeah, but it's like, it's so risky. Like your 1,000 can also go down to a penny.
That's all right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll show.
Okay.
This is a 2-hour podcast, but I will definitely teach you to do it. I might even be doing educational software on crypto.
Oh, that's what people need. I would take a fucking masterclass on that shit.
That's what I think I'm setting up.
Okay, good.
But I don't know. So what I'm doing right now, I consult on different projects, but my biggest job is health. Like that's it. Like I just had leg surgery. I cut off all the excess skin on my legs.
I remember that.
My legs were like 400-pound person legs, you know. Now they're beautiful model legs and
so sexy.
So thank you. I'm so back to just like working on health and consulting on a couple deals and just loving life and doing this podcast.
Well, I saw like every day still throughout the whole thing, you always woke up and were going on hikes and drinking your juices and doing all that shit. So that's good. You did it during COVID, like during quarantine?
Oh, during quarantine, I lost 60 pounds. That's what got me to the weight when I got the surgery.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Nice.
Tell everyone about Keto Guido, though, because that is, I personally, I tried keto. I couldn't do it. But you've created an entire another business
pretty much
of Keto Guido. It's really beyond impressive. Aside from having 3 TV shows, multiple books, a live theater show, like you're kind of impressive, Vinny.
Thank you, bro. So Keto Guido is basically just an Instagram page that I started because I tried the keto diet and then I started just like posting pictures of my food and I didn't want to oversaturate my real page. So like no one wants to see my fucking steak on my Instagram page. Right. So I started Keto Guido, and then next thing you know, like this was before like anybody was doing keto. This is like I've heard about it, but like it wasn't a phenomenon. No, now there's like 1 million products and shit. And then it just blew up with the, you know, it coincided with like the new Jersey Shore coming out and my nickname and everything. But truly it started from me just like a passion that worked for me and wanting to help people lose weight. Because I truly think that I can help anybody lose like hundreds of pounds. I say that with all confidence. If they did the work, you know,
How did Robert, did he follow up with you or no?
Who's
my buddy
Robert?
I connected with you.
Wait, who? About what?
We were at dinner and we FaceTime my friend that's really
Oh, yeah. I haven't spoken to him.
We got to
again.
save Robert. Robert's got to lose weight.
I just think that, you know, it goes into like a whole other more philosophical conversation, but it's not about keto directly, but more so how the American food pyramid that we were taught, I think that was completely wrong. I think it should be turned upside down, where grains and sugars and all those like that wheat and flour should be a very small part of our diet, and the base of our diet should be just like healthy meats and greens. And that's really all I believe, right? So, but we were all taught the opposite.
Yeah.
So you have a whole society that's walking around being taught and you know, brainwashed the wrong thing. And like for me, it's like I took like the red pill in the Matrix and I woke up and I'm like, holy shit, like I want to tell people like the truth, you know? And that's what I started my page. Like that's why like it's not just about the food for me. It's about like a whole other kind of, you know, creating.
And it keeps you, having that page probably keeps you in check too. And like,
yep, it does. And you have
accountable,
and you have a responsibility to help people, you know, and people DM me every day. Like, look how much, I just want to be
How do you handle all the people DMing you for help and you say go buy my book? Do you send them to a link?
Well, good question, because that's kind of why I made the Keto Guido Cookbook, because I'm like, all right, listen, if anyone has mad questions for me, like here's the book.
Buy the book.
You know, it's like 3 easy chapters of how I got started, what it is, blah blah blah. The rest are recipes. But yeah, I can't answer every single person, but the book is out there, and then I try to get to people, and like I'll use them as inspiration. I'll post them on my page if anyone sends me a sick before and after. Look, I'm not a scientist or anything like that. I'm not a health professional, but I'm a starting point for people. They heard about keto on some stupid episode of Jersey Shore. They went and did the research themselves and transformed their lives, you know? And I've been doing it for like 7 years. I'm not always keto, but keto has become a word that represents meat and vegetables.
No, I get it. Like I went in October 2014. That's when like the peak of my fatness, and I checked out of the MGM, and I'm like, I gotta take a month off, and I told the president, and I went to a vegan retreat for a month. I've never since 2003. I never stopped working. Like, how crazy is that?
Crazy.
So it was a raw vegan retreat, and then that's when I learned how to eat food that isn't, you know, French fries and pizza and hoagies, you know.
What are those foods though that you just described? They're processed sugars and grains.
Like that, I'm in the same page.
Yeah.
I didn't go Keto Guido. I went vegan. I went raw vegan. Right. And then I went vegan. And then I'm mostly vegan. Like sometimes I'm not if I'm like out to dinner and I don't see something I want. Yeah. Sometimes eat chicken or meat or whatever, but most of the time I'm vegan.
By the way, which I am too. I always say that I'm like a healthy vegan that eats meat, because a healthy vegan, if you're eating vegetables, like I need vegetables on the table. Like you've been out to eat with me, I need vegetables, but I add in meat as well, you know?
No, I get it. And like, you know, with the vegan, they train you, like if you eat a salad, it's like, there was a cartoon I saw in one of the trainings where like you can eat 2 hamburgers and it fills up like 1/10 of your stomach, but you eat 2 salads, it fills up your whole stomach, for example. Maybe that's not the exact details, but
it sounds right.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. That's right. That's what it's all about, the greens.
Yeah,
and like
exactly.
Eating healthy.
Yeah. So that was really it for me. And
anyway, on Instagram, it's at Keto Guido, right?
At Keto Guido. That's my other page. So Vinny Guadagnino. And you have the keto
Spell
page.
Guadagnino, because
Guadagnino.
It's confusing, bro.
I know,
your boy, and I.
But the good news is I'm the only Vinny G, so like it'll come right up. You know what I mean?
Me, I'm at Jeff Beacher. It's J-E-F.
There's a lot of Jeffs out there, so you gotta
BEACHR, not BEE, not Jeff the King. Not any of that. It's just Jeff Beacher.
But tonight we're gonna get a good keto meal. By the way, which is why I do it too, because it's the easiest meal that I can eat out at a restaurant.
By the way, we're not sponsored by Craig's, even though we said it several times.
I don't know. Sometimes I think you are.
Craig's our boy.
Craig's our boy. Craig's our boy. Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna.
I do own the vegan ice cream with him.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You didn't know?
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I never tried it. I have to try
Craig's
it.
vegan. Dude, we have all new flavors.
Is it lower in sugar too? It is, right? It's not like jacked up.
I can't discuss the exact ingredients.
Oh, sorry. My bad. But it's a healthier option.
I just haven't been trained on them.
It's lighter, though. It's a lighter option.
I mean, it's not milk.
I like milk.
But it's not milk.
It's okay. We don't have to agree here, okay?
We're not too crazy psycho Keto Guido and vegans.
The vegan versus keto. Yeah. The debate.
It'll be a good NFT. Just do it so they can take a picture. I'm just kidding.
The keto versus the vegan NFT.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. So, and tonight you're gonna teach me what to invest in crypto.
I will. And we gotta blow up your NFTs that are coming soon.
Bro, I've been drawing fucking NFTs, and you're telling me now they gotta start moving.
I'm not dissing them on air, bro. I'm just saying they just need a little movement to them, a little something.
Why can't they just be art?
We could. You can do just.
Maybe that's my thing.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, fine.
But you're a guy who has live theater show, 3 TV shows, multiple books, multiple personalities on Instagram.
Yeah, but I don't want to sell like the celebrity. I'm actually an artist.
No,
I draw.
get it.
I want to draw.
That's one point.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
Right.
But I want you to have like.
We'll talk about it.
We got to collab you up with like some sick digital artists.
Yes.
Like I showed you what they're doing with me.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a big everyone. I cannot wait to show the Beacher.
Wait till you see
NFT.
the Beacher NFT. This shit is sick.
It's next
and
level.
It's gonna move. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be next level. Anyway,
all right, good.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this up.
Always a pleasure.
I love you.
We can talk all day.
Vinny, thank you.
No problem.
And thanks the Roosevelt Hotel for for giving us the penthouse as always. And thank you, Podcast One and Apple and Spotify and everywhere else you can download this incredible podcast and the Kelly Osbourne and Jeff Beacher show. And I like to end with my new slogan, Vinny.
What's that?
Don't beat yourself up.
Ooh, I like that. Beat yourself up. What does that mean?
It's like beat yourself up. Like, don't let yourself become 400 pounds. Start exercising. Start eating right. Start learning about nutrition. Get some therapy. Don't fight yourself on therapy. Go get some therapy.
Yeah. And don't be your own worst enemy either. Take it easy on yourself. Don't beat yourself up.
Don't beat yourself up, baby.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. And welcome to T-Pain's Nappy Boy Radio Podcast. The most fun you'll ever listen to while you're folding your clothes. Now let's get this straight. This is not your average podcast. T-Pain's Nappy Boy Radio is super fun, super crazy. It's pretty much an in-your-face conversation. That's the good thing about us. We don't do interviews. We do conversations. All of my guests, all of my co-hosts, we chill. We drink, we play games, we have the song of the week, we have the creative curse word of the week, as long as you're having fun as our guest. Speaking of guests, each week I'm going to go through my whole contact list and dive head first into the world of music, gaming, exotic cars, tech, strippers probably, doctors probably strippers that are only stripping so they can pay for tuition to become a doctor. You never know. My wife is a certified bartender. She'll make you a drink while you're here. We'll get you drunk and make you play VR after. It's a lot going on. But that's what it's all about over here at T-Pain's Nappy Boy Radio Podcast. See you soon, baby!